Hello, I'm Hyun Kim. I teach 4 core courses and a couple of elective ones at WEVAMP English. Today, I'd like to share my English learning journey and how my experience has shaped the way we teach at WEVAMP. When I first had an idea of studying abroad, I was 27. My English back then was so terrible, I was only able to get about 250 on TOEIC. Since then, I've put all my time and effort into speaking English day and night. It took me about 9 months to communicate with native English speakers. Well, there still were some language barriers I had to go through though. After a year of hard work, I was finally ready to study abroad when it came to the language. I took an IELTS test and achieved a high score of 7.0, particularly 7.5 in speaking, without any preparation. As you can see from my history, most of my English was not from 4 years of my life in London. I can tell you that I learned a lot more here in my home country than I did in the UK. Well, I'm not trying to sell you the idea of mastering English within a year, of course not. If I had to choose only one major factor in mastering English, I'd say it's time. You might think, well, I've already spent as long as 6 years studying English in school, and even more afterwards. But if you do the math correctly, soon you will realize that you didn't actually invest so much time because you've never had a chance to dive into English back in school. I spent at least 9 hours every day for a year, and my 9 hours were not just 9 hours playing a tedious phone game. I made the best out of every second and every minute I had. So, will it take you 1 year to speak such fluent English? It's really up to you. Let's talk a bit more about the major factor, time. If you're dreaming of becoming a fluent English speaker but don't want to spend so much time, I'll draw a line here for you. 2,000 hours. From my learning and teaching experience, I discovered that at least 2,000 hours should be spent to achieve the level of fluency you want. I can't magically reduce this time, but what I can do for you is I can help you to land on the right track so that you don't have to get lost learning English by teaching you what to do and how to do it. When I started to teach one-on-one lessons, I got to look back to figure out how I buried myself in English and became such a fluent English speaker. I learned that I developed my routine that was established upon 4 significant elements: practical grammar, mimicking, adaptation, and exposure. I then built the most efficient curriculum where students can achieve the best outcome using those elements, which have become a bedrock of the principle I still obey for my English learning. Based on the 4 elements I just highlighted, the core courses of WEVAMP are carefully crafted to let the students make their own exercise routine so that they understand how to continue improving their English on their own without taking classes, because learning a language is a lifelong journey. We aim to make it happen within 9 to 18 months. During this 18-month course, you can develop your own English learning routine to improve your English a lot more efficiently. Let me guide you to diving into English. Once you dive into it, you'll never feel that it's an academic subject you should study at your desk. To close this video, I would like to underline that I just deliver all these messages using only what you will be taught at WEVAMP English. Thank you for your time, and I hope to see you in class.